What is time? When did it start? Can it go faster, slower, or backwards? Can we manage it? Is there space with no time? When we consider time from different angles, science, religion, psychology, we find more similarities than differences. In the Vedas, there is the most detailed description of time dilation levels. Get prepared. Time was created by the Supreme God as part of the material realm. The Supreme God is the creator of Brahma, analogous to the Holy Spirit in Christianity. Brahma then participates in the creation of the universes with different levels of time. The Vedas describe several levels in the material world that align perfectly with the time dilation effect known to science. Earth is on the middle level, while there are lower planets with a slower time pace relative to ours. The higher level is where divine planets are located, where one day passes there while 360 days pass on Earth. Note, Veda's year is 360 days, not 365. Higher than the celestial planets is Brahma's level, where the time dilation is such that one day of Brahma equals 24 million years on the divine planets. 12 million divine years for the light part of the day, and 12 million divine years for Brahma's night. Divine years should be multiplied to 360 to become converted to Earth time. Above Brahma is an eternal realm called Sanatana, the level of the Supreme God, where there is no time at all, not stop time or endlessly slow time, but no time as a concept. This is eternity. This is the split between time and no time realms, infinity and eternity, where infinity is considered as the endless repeat of continuous time cycles for all the levels below the Supreme God. And eternity is the absence of time, the place where God resides. This partially explains why Supreme God has no beginning and no end, because there is no such concept there to apply. Time on the material levels has cycles called yugas: Satya, golden; Treta, silver; Dvapara, bronze; and Kali, iron, yoga. They have spiritual meanings, starting with the golden age of highest virtues and losing them one by one with each yuga, and also descending in length. 4,000 divine years for Satya, 3,000 for Treta, 2,000 for Dvapara, and 1,000 for Kali, plus the beginning and ending of each yuga is 10% of their length. This gives 12,000 divine years for the whole cycle called Maha Yuga. 1,000 Maha Yugas is a kalpa. One kalpa is one day of Brahma, and one more kalpa is one night of Brahma. After a day of Brahma, pralaya occurs, the dissolution of the material world. The Bhagavad Gita describes it as follows. At the beginning of Brahma's day, all living entities become manifest from the unmanifest state, and thereafter, when the night falls, they merge into the unmanifest again. Again and again, when Brahma's day arrives, all living entities come into being, and with the arrival of Brahma's night, they are helplessly annihilated. This is not the end. We are just in the middle of wrapping cycles. The further, the more. 360 days and nights of Brahma make up a year of Brahma. Each Brahma lives for 100 years, and after 100 years, Mahapralaya happens, when all the universes, all the material world, go back to the body of the Supreme God and disappear, becoming demolished and disintegrated. After 100 Brahma-length years, everything starts again. A new Brahma is born, and the material world reappears. These are endless cycles, with no mention of when or if they end. So there is a day and a year on each level of the material world. They just correlate with a coefficient. An obvious observation is that the closer to the Supreme God's realm, the slower time is, which corresponds to the gravitational time dilation effect for supermassive objects like black holes. This doesn't mean that the Supreme God is inside a black hole. However, Remembering that mass and energy are the same according to general relativity theory, God as extreme, absolute energy should curve time as well. From here, all the time levels look logical, and therefore the Supreme God's realm is absolute, or no time, which is needed to entangle the particles. And again, there is the infinity of cycles and the eternity of God. According to the Bhagavad Gita, we live in the Kali Yuga stage, which started in 3102 BC from the battle at Kurukshetra, where God revealed himself to people. And there was a dialogue between God and human, which this ancient text is about. There are also interesting connections between Vedic time cycles and scientific calculations. One day of Brahma in human years is 4.32 billion years, which has a 5% deviation from the 4.5 billion years of the Earth's age, according to science. The lifespan of Brahma is 311 trillion years, which should give us the lifespan of the material world. The current Brahma is 51 years old. This is the first day of the first month of Brahma's year, meaning our universe should be 155.52 trillion years old. The current cosmology model gives it only 13.8 billion years, yet the latest hypotheses increasingly include the idea of an oscillating universe, expanding and collapsing, extending and shrinking again. Hence, its age is a matter for reconsideration. Could it be that the universe's cycles of expansion and collapse align with the day and night of Brahma, reflecting the transition between manifest and unmanifest states? Then, the currently calculated age of the universe might be just for the latest expansion cycle. Ultimately, all sources seem to converge on similar ideas: the creation of time, time dilation, the distinction between infinity and eternity, and the concept of absolute time or no time. What is the probability that they all stem from a single source? My answer is the probability of God. I hope you enjoyed the video and discovered some new, captivating ideas today. I am deeply grateful to everyone who supports me. If you haven't yet and would like to, please support me on Patreon using the link below or by using the super thank button on YouTube. Thank you for every like and subscription. See you in my next video.